In Conversation with Terry Shepard, award-winning broadcaster, narrator, and author. A deep dive into the writer's craft with the artists and support systems who create the stories we love.
It's launch day for House of Haunts, a gargantuan gathering of ghostly tales from 23 amazing authors. And unlike most horror anthologies, every story takes place in the same house. Joining us with more on what's sure to become a Halloween reading tradition is Heather Daughrity, who founded Parlor Ghost Press, an imprint of Water Tower Hill Publishing, and her husband Joshua Loyd Fox, the author, who spent hours helping with all the back-end activities involved in creating the book. Heather, take us deeper into House of Haunts.
House of Haunts invites readers to take a tour of Hale House. Hale House was built in 1823 by Josiah Hale, and things went bad very, very quickly. So you have 200 years worth of history of what we're calling the most haunted house in America. 23 rooms, 23 ghosts, 23 stories by 23 amazing horror authors.
You recruited a wide array of extraordinary talent who wrote the stories for the House of Haunts. How did you pull that off?
Well, it was a bit tricky because when you do a book where everyone had to have a specific room, I could not just put out a general call. I had to specifically ask certain authors to take a room and write a story for that room. So I had to invite authors, and I had way more people who wanted to write than I had room for. So I had to turn some people down, which was awful, but we'll do more books. So I just recruited in what ended up being me and 22 other authors. I said, here's the basic history of Hale House. Here's your room. Do whatever you want with it. And then as we went along, we all worked together to kind of make our stories interweave a little bit. Bits of one story showed up in another story till the whole history of Hale House was written. And it is amazing.
Joshua Loyd Fox, tell us more about your involvement in the project.
Yeah, so being the owner of Water Tower Hill Publishing, when Heather and I got married, I absorbed Parlor Ghost Press. And as I said, I'm not sure who's the boss anymore. But I'm a logistics guy. I am an author, but my real bread and butter is the internal formatting, the legalities, putting the book into the industry standards as far as pagination, trim size, margins, gutters, all the logistical scientific stuff of making a book. That's my bread and butter, and that's what she asked me to do. So within those 23 authors, there were several from overseas that didn't speak English. So Word was translated. It was an undertaking. I'm talking hundreds of hours of formatting this thing. And my wife has such a wonderful imagination, and she has great taste. So every day almost she would come up with something like, hey, can we put this there? And it was kind of my job to just make it happen.
It's launch day for House of Haunts, an anthology of 23 tales that will tickle the fancy of ghost story fans everywhere. Heather, what's happening today as you bring House of Haunts above the radar?
Well, mostly we are trying not to panic and watching the sales numbers go up and hoping to get that bestseller ribbon. And tonight we're going to dress up, go out, have a nice dinner at the local pub here in Tulsa, and then go sit in a nice smoky bar room where they play jazz, have some whiskey and a cigar for him, and just be glad that it's done.
The anthology House of Haunts, edited by Heather Daughrity with a foreword by New York Times bestselling author Josh Malerman, is available now wherever cool books are sold. Heather and Joshua, good luck with what feels like a surefire winner.
Thank you very much.
In Conversation with Terry Shepard is a copyrighted presentation. All rights reserved. I'm Lisa Davis. Join Terry Shepard next time in Conversation.